just get rid of our Trader TV here. Let's take a look at our watch lists. We've got default watch lists, our personal watch lists, and I've got many watch lists in here. A couple I've built, a couple I've been able to download. And what we can do is take our studies and pipe them in as scans and use them. So now I've got the Arun overbought, oversold, bullish, bearish, some other scans I've made. Absolutely. And they will pull up the particular stocks that say we might be looking for. So let's see if we can't get rid of some of this stuff. Let's go away. Go away. Alright, watch list, default. Okay, create watch lists. Let's see if there's anything that's Arun overbought right now. It's usually something, but it's a lot of scanning for it to do that scan. For it to go, hey, what's Arun overbought? Or what's Arun bearish? Or, let's do the market maker's golden cross, okay? And it looks like we have only a handful of stocks with the market maker's golden cross right now. So what this is it is a scan based on the market maker's percentage and a golden cross, meaning if the market maker behind their own stock or ETF or whatever. Anyway, look up market maker move. Okay. And we build these scans based on our studies. And so you learn to build your studies, learn to use your scanner. Your scanner you should already have some technique with. Already out into the world. So, if we were to go in and build a nice easy scan, there's some things we must have. Must haves. Okay. So, we definitely want to know a price. So we want our last price, low price, open price. So you've got to have a price. Okay, so you've got to have your last price. Alright, so your last price can be, I like $3.50. But some people might even say 30 cents. Especially if you're scanning for penny stocks, looking for momentum plays, saying something that has moved a amount of volume or a amount of percent. Let's say we want something that has moved, ideally, it's already had a move pre-market of, say 3%. Okay? And its max can be whatever we want, okay? But, it's moved, say 3%, 2.53% with a volume of, let's say 500,000. We don't want to get put out too much. Okay, and then we can go in here and we can get rid of that and come in here and we can do study. Okay, and we'll do study. And then, of course, if we come down here and do custom, we can do add condition, select condition, hit study. Okay, now we'll go down and we'll find our studies. Those are the things, but we need to, of course, remember what they are. Which one was I gonna pipe in here? Okay, so we're looking for the penny. Yeah, well. It could be penny scans. Of course. No, we don't want that one. Okay, let's go for a different study. Okay, let's see what we have already in our thing. In our drop down. All the ones we've used, so that's kind of neat. Look up a study. Alright, I'll have to keep that in mind. Okay, and then we'll do fancy blast off. Okay. And then we'll do offset is 1 is true within 1 bars. We'll hit save. We'll hit delete. We'll hit OK. Alright, whatever. And hit OK. Now, on the daily, we'll hit scan. And if we were to create a multiple time frame, then what we would do is we would go in and add that again, like the stochastic, and then we would add the stochastic on the 15, 2-hour, 4-hour day. We'd have to add 4 different stochastics with different time frames for it to pick up on the code anywhere. Okay, so and really what we have here is that it didn't seem to find anything. It's very possible that it did not find anything. So that means that maybe our scan was a little bit too strict and that it just has not found anything that's ready to move just yet. So we can go in here and go to our watch lists, which I don't know why we're not able to just flip through our watch lists here. I must have something not set up right for that yet, but we'll get that one figured out too. Let's see. But if we want to find, well, let's get rid of that. Now we'll hit scan. Nothing. Oh, okay. Maybe that was the problem to begin with. Huh. Okay. Boy, don't I feel silly. Let's go back and add it again. We'll do custom. Add condition. Go to study. Okay. Sometimes you just have a good idea, it hits you. You're just like, well, what if it does this instead? Maybe let's use the original. Okay. And we'll hit scan. Now scan. There's nothing coming up here. Let's try it on 15 minute. Let's add it. still may not be finding anything. Okay. But that's how we would, say add, another study and turn it over into a scan. And maybe there was something I wasn't doing entirely right there. Maybe I was supposed to take, something and change it from numerical over to Boolean. I'm sure that has to do with it. But either way, as you can see by looking at this chart, we don't really need all of that extra. Keep it simple, keep it basic, follow your lines, and you'll know what to do. So we can program this. And I think we're going to work on using this. It says it's locked, so or it has a lock on it, so we would have to come down, get this, get all this, get the main part of the code here, hit copy, hit cancel, and then if we were to turn it into a strategy, we would create a strategy. Of course, we'd have to create an order type. Okay. Now, let's see. New strategy 15. Why not? Well, okay. Let's get rid of this one. Let's hit apply. Okay. Now we've got our momentum oscillator up here on our big screen. Alright. Now, that's pretty nifty. We don't need to look at it down here. It's right up here with us. And we can do the same for other indicators. We can put them on our screen, on our big screen, down here at the bottom, wherever you prefer them to be. And you can trade with them that way. But I think view matters. So, we're going to continue in just 1 second. I'm going to throw a sweater on. Okay. Now, should we want to use this, okay, we would have to come in here and define all of these plots to defines, okay, and then we would have to define, some things. We'd have to add our other conditions, okay. So we're going to leave this sit for right now until we decide what conditions we want to be met. And it looks like, this is not the most the most difficult to program. This one goes off of positive 50, negative 50, and a 0 line, whereas the Arun goes off of an overbought and an oversold, as this does as well, but this seems to follow more along the principle of the Bollinger Band and Keltier Channel idea that if it's 50% above or below the market. So that the market will be trading in one of those, ways. Okay, so there's a little bit of altering to do in here, but I think we can turn this into a very, very nice piece of code where we can have it ask and tell us all kinds of things. So we'll just leave and save that for now. Keep checking out some sets here. Okay, now this %R, this Williams %R is extremely helpful, and this Bollinger %B is very helpful for seeing volatility, but we can get rid of it for now. We'll hit apply, hit OK. Okay, now we've got Bollinger bandwidth. Now that's going to show us also another sign of volatility. And as you can see, as it started to rise, we started getting arrows on the screen. So those are the Bollinger Band crossovers. So this is a Bollinger setup. That's pretty much what we can say. It's a Bollinger setup. It's the one that says I just built that. Bunch of simple moving averages. I must have just been feeling simple. Okay. Now with this one, I would love to figure out how to get, these coded. And to figure that out, let's come in here. We'll look at our scroll here. Not a whole lot there actually. We could probably get that zero line, high and low. Okay, and okay, zero line, high, low, and we can define overbought and oversold. Okay, well, with that, we should be able to put that together and design something that says after 4 green bars buy, or after 3 green bars buy, or after, say 4 decreasing bars that hit the zero line, or 3 decreasing bars in size that all meet the zero line. I like that better. Buy. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4, on both, or, if 1 equaled 4 and 5, that's fine, and then it would buy, okay? And then we can test that strategy and see how it would do. Using the Elliott oscillator and the ergodic oscillator, I'd really like to see how that does, putting those 2 oscillators up against, say, a handful of moving averages. I think that would be a really good piece of code as well. So I'm going to work on that. And there is a way to do scans and make strategies with your candlestick charts. So we can, intersect with a candle, or whatever, and I'm going to work on building some of those. That way we can look for certain patterns and determine them. But I have made this video about an hour, so we will get ready to log out here and have a good day. But keep in mind that there's a place where you can get good, wholesome information where we're not looking to make a $1 million all at once, but if you'd hit that like button and subscribe, that would really be great. Help people who are dispensing real information get out there to the other people who are really looking for it and need it. I scour the web to find the small bits of information I'm able to bring you on the daily and weekly basis. And all that I ask in return is that you hit the like button and subscribe, and even if you don't watch the new videos I put up, just know that you've helped somebody. So, it's always good to do a good thing. So, let's keep doing some good things, and I'll keep doing good things, and hopefully we all can keep making money. So, right now it's 4:47 a.m. We are going to get ready for the day's trading session. And hey, I'll probably go live here in a little bit. So, come on over to the Thinkorswim ThinkScript Facebook group, and I'll be live from there. You'll be able to see this big volume bar right here. Look what happened. It finally hit its low, and boom, they bought it. So we can see that this could possibly see a reversal, or that could very well have been the borrowing of shorts, seeing how deep that is. So either way, and that could be the selling back of the shorts. Okay, so let's not overlook that. But let's have a great day out there trading. And make sure to look at your multiple time frames, multiple charts. Switch between your daily period to your say 4-hour and hourly periods. You're really going to want to switch between those. Your 15-minute period, and you don't want to start out on your 15-minute period. Start out on a smaller time frame, and then move or zoom out to a larger time frame to get an overall picture of what's going on, and then zoom back in to get back into the action. Because say each minute or 10 to 15 minutes of trading is just one candlestick. So on a chart that shows it in 15-minute sections, you've got 4 candles an hour. And so now you're times 24, or trading hours in a day anyway. So and inside of that candle is a little piece of action. So that's a whole nother chart. So you've got to pay attention to that, and the sum of all of those candles summed up is where we're getting our moving averages from. So let's use those to our advantage. We can see our moving averages. We can see that when we're overextended or underextended, and we can see our tapping some moving averages here on Nike. I mean, Nike's got some really, really good runs right now. And they should, because they're really good shoes. So we can even check out something. Let's check out some Amazons. Maybe not. Check out Workhorse. Okay. And see, look at that. If we would have done the, say the 4, bars to a 0 line, we might have bought right into consolidation. But if we would have done 4 bars into a green line, now we're buying right into, goodness. But that's not definitive. But also different strategies work on different time frames. So let's keep that in mind as well. Look at this big giant arrow down. Right there. Why is that big arrow there? I don't know. I don't know why it's there. I haven't got it on the screen for anything, but for some reason they got a big down arrow right here on this one. And it lines up. Okay. All I've got's exponential moving averages, so it must be pointing an arrow at a crossover. You know, but that doesn't make much sense now, does it? I don't see any other arrows. Oh well. But as you can see, many of these long wicks happen within a time frame, or they are a time frame themselves. So each one of these candles will have a trading period within it. And you don't know what has happened within that candle. You know, aside from looking at the candle or going down on the smaller time frame to get a better idea, but zooming out gives you a nice overall view. So these 15-minute candles here, you know, we're seeing the consolidation. Had we caught this run in this candle here, we would have bought that, or we would have even bought that or that. You know, we made a nice $2 profit there. So, and let's check out Lordstown Motors, and it looks like now Lordstown and Workhorse are gonna even out in price. You know, Workhorse went down to bring Lordstown up, and now they'll both meet back at the zero line. And I mean, we're looking for possible action today, guys. I mean, yeah, we're looking for possible action today. Alright, so let's get out of Thinkorswim, because my brain's thinking or swimming pretty hard right now. And let's go over to Original Weeble. Weeble's doing their typical thing. And see, this is why I left Weeble. I mean, not because the platform. I love the platform. They can't handle the traffic. You know, I mean, it's unfortunate for them that they're losing customers and that they have to come out and offer, like, stupid amounts of free stocks just to get people to come back. But I'm sorry, that's not going to do it for me. Like, you've boned me out of more money than those free stocks are worth. That's for darn sure. Yeah, there was your buy right there at the bottom. You know, if you buy into it now, you're probably going to buy into a hump and a drop again. So wait for this morning pop and drop, and we can almost, like, guarantee that. Okay. Like using the WWV. Yeah, I mean, it looks like it's all downwards action in shorts. So, and we can even verify again that it looks like Ride is going to go for a ride downhill this morning. Let's look at some Ichimoku clouds. Got a nice red volume cloud forming, and this is striking over. So Well, we might have a little pop up and then drop down, but right now it looks like there was your bottom, there was your buy, so hopefully we'll come up a little bit in price, come up, and we might break it through, but that might not happen today. Let's go over here and look at markets. Let's look at United States. Well, I mean, we're still looking good for, the market going up today, but that don't mean nothing. See, I stopped using these guys back in September. I mean, that was the last list I made for them. They made me that mad. Maybe at the end of September, I was like, you know what, I'm done with these people. Weeble's got a great platform. They're awesome, in the way that, you can learn so much in such a short period of time with them. But in that regard, the market's going down today because the bear ETFs are going up. So, be checking them out. But, when I go in to buy on the simplest, the simplest setup, and it freezes and doesn't, want to buy, how can I consistently come back to a platform that does that? Not just every now and then, but I mean consistently, over and over and over. If I wanted to buy that tiny golden square right there, which I would want to, that's my bread and butter right there. I mean, those tiny little squares are my life. And I mean, if I wanted to buy that, there would have probably been a freeze there, and or on a moving average crossover, say, like an important one. So, and I understand that there's a lot of traffic during that time. Maybe I did, but if you can't time for your traffic or handle that type of traffic, then you've got to upgrade your services to handle that type of traffic before you lose business, which hence you have. Now, they didn't lose a lot of money from me, but I took all of my money out, and if other people did the same thing, then that adds up. So, but use Webull for learning, use it for paper trading, use it for, gathering information, but I don't believe that I can